you don't have the capacity or the ability to go all in, then don't do it. Welcome back to another episode of All or Nothing in Real Estate. I'm Matt Smith. I'm the founder of All or Nothing in Real Estate. I also run Matt Smith Real Estate Group, the number one team in the state of Missouri and number 8 in the nation. And as always, I've got my lovely co-host, Colin. Colin, say hi to everybody.
Hey, I'm excited for this episode.
Yeah, let's dive in, Colin. What are we going to talk about today?
Yeah, so today we're breaking down the mindset side of things, and we're looking at the intention mindset. So our mindset, we talk about it a lot, and there's many components of it.
Yeah.
But you recently finished 75 hard for the third time, which is insane, and said something that just unlocked a whole new area of mindset that I realized has been a huge component to your success in real estate across the board. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today, but for anyone who isn't familiar, can you give a brief overview of what 75 hard is?
Yeah, so before I do that, I want to talk about, mindset. I say it all the time. Everything starts with mindset. I don't care what it is. You have to get your mind right. You can have the best scripts on the planet in real estate. You can have the best leads. You can have the best marketing. You can have the best transaction department. You can have the best of everything. It doesn't work if you don't have your mindset right. Mm-hmm. And the coolest part is that you are in control of your mindset. And so Colin hears me talk about this all the time. And what I love about Colin is his analytical brain broke this down and said, instead of just saying mindset, let's break down what that really means. And
yes.
So that's where this kind of came from, is having the intention of doing whatever it is you're doing a part of your mindset. And so we're going to break that down. And so 75 hard. We did a whole nother podcast on that if you want to go back and listen. Highly recommend the program. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's a mental toughness challenge, and it will absolutely transform your life forever if you do it and take it serious. So hopefully that encourages you to at least look into it. But I just finished 75 hard for the third time. And
you're already losing track because you've done it so many times.
Yeah, it's just become part of my lifestyle now. Mm-hmm. Really, I didn't even do a before and after picture this time because it's just like normal to me now, right? And that's the power of mindset, right? Yep. Is that now I got to find what's next. And so speaking of that, quickly, quick tangent here is we were talking about we had a team business planning workshop with one of our coaches, Coach Pipes, and he was talking about his fitness journey and telling a story to the team. And I said, dude, you just inspired me. I just finished 75 hard. I'm in way better shape than when I started. I'm very, very strong right now. You need to push. I'm looking for the next push. Mm-hmm. So how about we race? And so we're racing to a certain weight that we're both trying to get to, and whoever wins first gets $1,000 from the other person. And so, Coach Pipes, if you're listening, I'm coming for you. I don't like to lose, so it's on. But anyway, so 75 hard is, you can look 75hard.com. There's a book. You can listen to our podcast to get more information. It's just a really intense program. I highly recommend you look into.
Mm-hmm. 2 workouts a day, a gallon of water, 10 pages of reading, clean eating, no alcohol. It's intense, and for 75 days straight, and if you fail, you start over.
Yeah.
So talking about this, I was going for a walk with Matt, kind of saying, all right, starting 75 hard again. And you said, I'm not even worried about 75 hard. I've already finished it in my mind. That's how much I believe I'm going to. Like, it wasn't even a question for you. And realized that piece of you believing that it will be done has been a huge component of mindset and really leads into what I'm going to call the intention mindset. So do you want to talk about intention a little bit?
Yeah. So I remember that conversation, and because I remember the look on your face. You're like, who is this crazy guy?
Yeah.
I thought I knew him, but he's crazier than I thought. And so we were talking. I was in like week 2 of 75 hard, and I think we were doing a podcast actually. And you said, "Oh, how's it going?" And I said, "Well, it's already done." You're like, "Oh, you're already done with it?" I'm like, "No, it's already done in my mind."
Yeah.
And it's because I have the mindset of zero compromise. I don't try things. I do them. Look at the logo behind us. What's this podcast called?
All or Nothing.
If you're going to do it, fucking do it. Don't try it. Don't half-ass it. All or nothing. Seriously, that mindset has transformed the trajectory of my life. And I'd probably say hundreds of other people's lives at this point, and hopefully soon to be thousands, and then tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. Because I truly believe, like, I can go tactical with real estate stuff, and I can go scripts. I'll script you to death. I know how to generate leads. I know how to retarget. I know how to do real estate. But without the mindset, that shit does not matter. Mm-hmm. And that's where a lot of people miss the mark, and they get burnout, or they ride the real estate roller coaster, or they're a product of the market being good, and so their business is good. And it's because they don't have the intention of running their business like it's a business. And so kind of went all over the place there. But to kind of close that loop on your story, Colin, is like I'd already finished 75 hard in my mind. Mm-hmm. Like it was already done. And I want to talk about the power of accountability. I was 55 days probably-ish away from finishing one of the toughest mental and physical fitness programs out there.
Yeah.
55 days is a long fucking time. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, I already did. Publicly, on a podcast, I already did it.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to fail after that. Right? Like, so
we follow up with a podcast 2 weeks later. Yeah, no, it didn't work out. Like,
yeah, what if I came in here and I gained 10 pounds, and you know what I mean? Like it's so public declaration equals manifestation. Mm-hmm. But I had the intention of 75 hard is such a great example, because there's so many people that say, well, I'm going to start that after the new year, or, well, I'll do this part, but not that part, or I've always wanted to try it.
Mm-hmm. You love the word try, don't you?
I have zero fucking patience for that in my life. Like and I try to be respectful of people, but sometimes I probably just come across as an asshole, because it to my core, it just makes me cringe. Mm-hmm. Like, especially a program like 75 Hard that I know how intense it is, and I know the transformation that it's had for me. If I would have went into it as I was going to try it, I would not be the person I am today.
Well, when you go in with the mindset of, I'm going to try this thing, you're already giving yourself permission to fail.
Yeah.
And so before you even start, you failed.
Dude, that's gold right there. Like, how many people need that excuse for themselves? Mm-hmm. Like, I talk agents, this is for you. Forget 75 Hard. What about your commitment to your prospecting hour, your commitment mm-hmm. to working on your scripts, working on your presentations, your lead generation, whatever, your conversations, whatever your daily activities are that you are doing? Your commitment to that, are you trying that? Or are you making a commitment and letting nothing get in the way? Mm-hmm. I'm going to knock over brick walls to get 5 conversations today, and nothing's going to get in my way.
Yeah.
Or, well, I called a lot of people and nobody answered. It was out of my control. Bullshit. You called the wrong people, or you didn't call enough. Mm-hmm. Was it a goal, or was it a commitment? What was your intention? Was your intention to give yourself, hey, I want to sound cool, and I want to have this high goal of, hey, I want to do 75 hard. Hey, I want to sell 25 houses. Mm-hmm. Hey, I want to sell 50 houses. But are you willing to do the work that it takes to get the result that you want? Mm-hmm. It starts with the intention. A lot of people want to look good on paper. But I learned this from, I can't remember his name. I wish I could. He's super inspirational, because I would share his stuff so you would follow him. But he's a strength coach for a college football team. I've listened to his motivational speeches to his teams, and it is very inspiring to me. And one of the things that he says is where you get judged in life. Like, most people judge you by how you look. Mm-hmm. They judge you what you look like on paper, what you did in the game. He said, but life judges you by the work you do in the dark. Mm. What are you doing when the lights aren't on? Mm-hmm. What are you doing when no one can see you? That is the intention mindset. What are you actually doing when no one is watching? This morning, I woke up at 5:30, got my ass to the gym and worked out. Nobody saw it. I didn't make a post. Mm-hmm. But I know what I have to do. I know what I need to do to take care of things and take care of business. And I'm not going to give myself that out or that excuse and say, well, I'm going to try to work out today.
Right.
No, I'm going to fucking work out. Mm-hmm. And nothing's going to get in my way. Right. Nothing.
You're not worried about what people are thinking around you or how you're looking to everyone around you. You're committing to yourself. You're not going around publicly declaring, hey, I'm going to try to do these really great things. And that sounds really good. I'm going to try to sell 50 houses this year or something. But when you say try, you've already given yourself your first out. It's like, well, here's my first excuse before
you've already failed before you start.
Mm-hmm.
How many people in life fail whatever their goal is before they even start it because of their mindset? Mm-hmm. That's why I say mindset starts everything, and it is the cure to everything. If you can get your mind right, I can help you accomplish whatever you want in this world. Mm-hmm. That's why I love 75 hard. Yes, I love the physical transformation, but the mental transformation is 100 times what you see on the outside. It will transform your life, how you think, how you act, your mindset for your life forever. Anyway, this is not a 75 hard pitch, but it's just great to get to know on the mindset. And so I think a lot of people, especially in today's world and society, it's become normal to participation trophies, right? Well, you tried. Well, you showed up. Showing up's half the battle. No, showing up is none of the battle.
Yeah.
It's what you fucking do when you show up. If all you have to do to show up is show up, you're probably hanging around with the wrong people, or you don't have big aspirations or goals in your life. And you are not going to serve the world, serve your future family, serve the family after that. You are just going to be a pawn in the game of life. Do you really want to serve the world, or do you want to just be a pawn that just exists? I say this all the time, Colin, is I want to be judged by my eulogy, not my resume. How many people, I think about this at least weekly, how many people are going to be at my funeral? And what are they going to say? I want to line out the door. I want people traveling from all over the world to come and pay their respects because of the impact that I made on their lives.
Right.
Like, maybe that's not your dream. Maybe that's not your aspiration. But you can do so much more than you realize. And I think we allow small-minded thinking, our peers, the people we hang around, the people that don't have the right mindset, get us down and make it okay for us to be mediocre. Sometimes good enough is not good enough. Are you trying to, and it's not necessarily always a comparison to one another, right? It's not like I have to be better than Colin, or Colin needs to be better than me. But I want to be better than the old me.
Yeah.
Colin wants to be better than the old Colin. Like, everybody's running their own race, but are you actually running the race, or are you just sitting on the sidelines? Because we only get one life last time I checked. You might as well fucking live it.
1,000%. I always, like, we've talked about participation trophies in the past, and I know it always ruffled your feathers a little bit, but hearing you talk about it a little bit more, it's because it's rewarding mediocrity.
Yes.
It's rewarding you not pushing yourself to a new level, because you could win a participation trophy every day for the next 20 years if all you did was sat on the bench. Like,
yeah,
you would. And
how many people use that as a crutch to sit on the bench of life?
Yes.
And they just participate in life instead of being proactive and live. They just are sitting on the sidelines and watching life pass them by. You are meant for so much more. And participation trophies is a great example of that. I have a 10-year-old daughter that's in basketball practice, right? If she misses a shot, do I tell her, oh, it's okay, you'll do better next time? No, we need to practice more. Like, if I don't, the real world will tell her, hey, you need to practice basketball.
Yeah.
Right? So what do? We stayed up an hour past her bedtime after her first practice. Guess what we were practicing? Bounce passes. Because she missed a couple bounce passes in practice.
Yeah.
Instead of me saying, oh, it's okay, you'll get better next time. No, let's work on it. You want to get better? Cool. Let's do it together. Right? Like, that's just a minute example of what having the right mindset and the right intention, because it's like, think about if I would have done it the other way. And that's just a small example. But if I believed in participation trophies and, hey, well, you showed up, so showing up's half the battle. Right. Great job. You showed up for practice. No, you're supposed to show up. What do you do when you show up, right? And so if I'd done the other, what kind of life is my daughter going to have?
The message that you're sending over and over is it's okay to not try very hard.
Yeah.
Or not to push yourself. It's okay to show up and do the absolute bare minimum in life versus, no, give whatever you're going to do, give it 100%. Go all in.
Yep. If you don't have the capacity or the ability to go all in, then don't do it. Like, literally, you can just stop listening there. Like, it's, whatever it is, whatever your goals, dreams, aspirations are in life, it can be a daily goal of, I want to win the day by having 10 conversations with potential buyers and sellers. If you're not all in on that, just don't even do it, because you're not going to get the result, because your intention is not there. And on that, talking about intention, when you're making having those conversations, the goal of the call is not just to have a conversation. What is the goal of a conversation? To set an appointment. What is the goal of the appointment? To see how you can better help and serve their needs. So why are we calling people, well, I had a conversation, check the box, check the box, check the box. No. What was the conversation helpful? Did it move them forward in the buying and selling funnel? Did it give them information? Did it provide them value for their life? It's not like, well, I just called and checked in and Colin's doing okay, so I did my part. Like, don't get me wrong, that's a part of it. But too many people use that as a crutch. Like we just had a team meeting about focusing on follow-ups. I feel like that's a big hole in our industry, is because agents forgot how to follow up over the last 3 years. It's not their fault. It's just the reality of the situation is they didn't have to, because it was all incoming stuff. And whichever one screams the loudest, like the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? So the squeaky buyer gets the house. That's the same. It's a terrible analogy, but it's real, right? It's because that's what the market produced. And so because of that, we've forgotten that there is a buying and selling process of how long it takes someone to get through the funnel of their top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. And our job as real estate agents is you should be following up way more than you're prospecting if you're building a real business. Like I know agents, they have, of course, there's systems with teams around it to do the prospecting to keep adding to the funnel, but literally their database, they sold over $100 million in real estate as an agent on a team. $100 million, one agent as an agent on a team. Jeez. His database is no more than 15 people at one time, because I'm going to focus and have intention with those 15 people, and I'm going to make sure that I think outside the box. I provide those 15 people with the most value that I possibly can.
15 people.
15. Sold over 100 houses, over $100 million. Jeez. He has an ISA department, has a lot of stuff backing him, but his daily focus, 15 people.
He's going 100% all in on those people and saying, I'm not looking at the quality of the lead or like how many people are in my pond right now. I'm saying these people right here, what can I do to change their life?
It's the exact opposite of what most agents do. Most agents work on accident, not on purpose. He is the epitome of working with intention. Because if you only have 15 people you can focus on in this business, what is your intention with those people? You're going to get the 15 most likely people to act, and that's going to be your focus. Versus, well, I have 1,500 people, whichever one raises their hand, I'll try to call them.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to have a better luck? Sometimes we get too sidetracked and we have the shotgun approach. You need to be the sniper. You need to follow up, build relationships, build rapport, provide value to clients, and move them through the funnel. It is not their responsibility to know what to do next. It is your responsibility. Do you go to the doctor and tell them, hey, I think I need to get this sort of cast and this kind of medication because this bone in my leg is broken? No. You come in and the professional tells you and guides you through what that process looks like. They guide you through the rehab. They guide you through what medication you need. It's our job as a real estate professional to guide these buyers and sellers through the process. I think as an industry, we've gotten away from just realizing what sales are. And sales is helping people. 100%. But in order to help people, in the last 3 years, we've helped people that were in the bottom of the funnel. They were the hand raisers. They were the squeaky wheel, right? They were I'm ready to buy or sell now.
Yeah.
But that's not a sustainable business model in a normal real estate market. If I have a conversation with Colin and Colin wants to sell or buy a home and he wants to do it next year, that's amazing. And I want to be a real estate agent next year, and I want to get that conversation. And I'm going to meet with Colin today, and I'm going to help guide him through that process for a year from now. Versus how many agents say, well, I'll send you listings. Let me know if you see anything you like. I'll call you in 6 months when you're a little closer. No, buying a home, selling a home is a huge process. And I want to get face-to-face with Colin. I want to show him what value that I have, and I want to help be a resource for him and educate him on the market so he can make a better decision at the time he is ready to make that decision.
Well, because you're believing in the piece of, no, I will help this person. This person is going to buy a home, and I'm going to be able to deliver.
Well, here's what I know is my intention is to help you buy a home. And I can help you on a higher level if I meet with you face-to-face versus saying I'm going to follow up with you in 6 months and hope that you answer. And hope that I can have a conversation with you. You already expressed interest that you would potentially buy or sell a home. That is a great phone call. It's a great conversation. Like, I know agents that get pissed off. Damn it, these leads suck. Last time I checked, Colin said he wanted to buy or sell a home. Your job is to get them to that point and educate them on the process. And here's also what I know. This same scenario, if I don't meet with Colin, I call follow up in 6 months, I'm chasing him. He doesn't remember me. I'm not done anything to add value to his life. I'm hoping that I'm still on top of his radar when I've done nothing to be there. Then I finally get a hold of you after I chase you for a month. Oh, well, actually, plans change and we just bought a house with someone else. Thanks. Or, you know what? We decided we don't want to buy anymore. It's not for us. And you're so standoffish. Those are the two options.
Yeah.
Or you can have that appointment, educate you on the market, show you the value that we can provide you, and have a cadence of follow-up to continue to provide you that value. Get in touch with the lender, help you with a home prep guide, get you with a stager, whatever it is that you may need buying or selling, whatever parts that need, and build a plan for this to happen. And when you build that plan, most people say a year because they have their sales skepticism all up. Here's a rule of thumb. If a buyer or seller says, whatever they say, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, cut that in half. And that's when they were actually transacted.
So if they're like, I want to buy a home in 6 months, it's actually 3 months.
If you educate them properly. Or if things work out perfectly, they're saying 6 months so you don't bother them.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand the value you can bring to them because they don't need you.
Right.
In this technology world, they think they know everything and they don't need help. And they have access to a lot of information. A lot of real estate agents don't provide the value that they should.
Yeah.
So it's not a consumer problem, it's a real estate agent problem. And so you need to meet with them to be that resource, provide that value for them so that they understand the importance. And what you will actually realize is once you build that trust, they'll give you the real timeline, or you will help them move their timeline up because you answer all the questions that they didn't know they had about the buying or selling process.
And all of that comes back to that belief of I will help this person versus I'm going to try to help this person. Because otherwise you're treating it as, well, if this happens, great. And if it doesn't, there's always another one in the pond versus, no, I will help this person.
100%.
And that mindset shift makes those kind of things happen.
Yep. Yeah. And we were talking about a quote too, Colin, when it comes to this. And it's so crucial. Like I said, everything starts with mindset. If you say you can or you say you can't, either way, you are right. If you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you are right. Your mind is a powerful tool. Use it to your advantage. Understand your intention. My 75 hard example. I've already finished it in my mind because I make commitments to myself and I hold myself accountable at a high level.
Zero compromise.
That's right. Zero compromise. Zero options. That is my mentality. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm a man of integrity. I'm going to follow through on it, especially to myself. Most people let themselves down way more than they let others down. Keep the promises you make to yourself. There's a lot of, that's a quick tangent going back to the participation trophy world, but there's a lot of talk about, we lack confidence, we lack this, we lack that. And it's because, in my opinion, we don't earn confidence. Confidence isn't given. Confidence is earned. It's like respect. It's earned. How do you earn confidence for yourself? Keeping your promises you make. Little wins after another. Stack them up day after day, week after week. And over time, guess what? You're like, shit, I can do this.
I proved I can do this.
That's right. You prove it to yourself. But here's where people don't lose confidence. They try to sell 50 homes. They don't hold themselves accountable to that because that wasn't really their goal. That was the goal to make them look good on paper.
Right.
And then at the end of the year, they get to 20 and they're disappointed. They don't have any confidence. And why? I just don't know I don't think this business is for me anymore. But in reality, if they would have set a goal of 30, they could have accomplished 30. They could have done what they needed to do every single day, and they would have felt like a completely different human at the end of that year. And then the next year, they can do that 50 because they have that confidence in themselves. But confidence is earned, and you earn it yourself. I can't give you confidence. You have to earn it. And here's the easy way to earn it. Set a goal that is very obtainable and obtain it. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Keep doing it over and over. Once it becomes a habit, it becomes natural. Add 1. Whether it's running, whether it's walking, whether it's prospecting, whatever it is, do a little bit more until it's a little bit uncomfortable again. Build that habit. Then a little bit more. Or add in a new skill. Add in a new thing. I listened to this video the other day, and they were quoting Jesse Itzler, who is, I heard him speak live, and he's an amazing speaker. He said, this really changed my perspective on mindset, because a lot of people think, well, I've grown a lot over the year. He said, but Jesse Itzler breaks it down into habits. He said, my goal, my number one thing every year is I'm going to, at the beginning of the year when I plan my year, 12 habits, 1 a month. What is my one habit this month that I'm going to build? And the guy's like, oh, that sounds cool. Awesome. What are your 12 habits? And he named them.
Yeah.
And then Jesse said, here, watch this. He's speaking to a whole group of people. He said, raise your hand up if you have learned 12 new habits this year. No hands go up. Raise your hand if you've 6 new habits. Raise your hand. No hands go up. 3 new habits. Raise your hand. A few hands go up. You get the point? Is we all think, oh, we need to do all of this, but it starts with the minuscule habit that you can do today. Make it a habit this month, then add another one next month. And over time, your life will completely transform. But you can't do it all at once.
If you build up those zero compromise habits over and over and over again, then any time that you have a big challenge like 75 hard or like a big goal of selling 50 houses or something, you're going to be able to deliver on it.
Yeah, and go back to the confidence quickly is one of my mentors, Andy Frisella, says this all the time. The work comes before the belief. You can't just go to the belief fairy and say, I believe I can be the best shape on the planet. I believe I can be the best real estate agent. I believe I can sell 50 houses. You have to put in the work. You believe that you can do it. Because if you think you can, you can. You think you can't, you can't. So get clarity on what you want and why you want it. The why behind the what is so crucial. But also, you all have to put in the work, which creates the confidence for you to truly get the belief of the fulfillment of achieving that goal.
Well, and the fact that you've done 75 hard twice has proven that it's like, yeah, you have the confidence now that you had zero question, I will finish this, because you built up those pieces. Well, we got to go ahead and end for today because I know you have a hard stop. But thank you very much for diving in on kind of the intention mindset and breaking that down and giving solid steps for agents to be able to take those steps to move towards it themselves.
Is there anything else you want to hit quickly before we wrap up?
I guess mostly just a heads up for everyone. We have we've switched things around with our All or Nothing channel. All of our videos are in one place now, and we've been putting out a ton of shorts. So if you're wanting to get the highlights of these moments, little bits of information that have been gold nuggets, we're putting them all there for you. Make it nice and easy to be able to go through your phone quickly. So check those out.
Yeah, it's a lot of content from this stuff, but also I just have a thought randomly and do something, or do a webinar or training or speak at an event. We believe in contribution and giving back. And so, guys, get rid of the word try in your vocabulary. Make commitments. Go all or nothing. Take care of your mindset. Build intention with your mindset, and you can accomplish anything in this world. Like literally anything is possible, but you have to be willing to put in the work. You have to keep those commitments to yourself. And it doesn't happen overnight. There's a process. There is no magic bullet to success in life. Like, here's proof. Look at any lottery winners. The average lottery winner goes bankrupt in like 3 years. They win millions of dollars from completely broke, but they don't have the financial awareness, the mental toughness, the calluses that it takes to earn millions. For them to keep those millions that were gifted. You need to earn success in life, and it is you have to take the stairs one step at a time. So quit trying, start committing, fix your mindset, and you will fix your life. Thanks for listening, guys.